And the line number, where is that? Wherever it is, see, because now I have to waste time trying to find it. Shoot. Oh, okay, 2 and 3. So and then we could put LL 2 to 3, something like, or 2 and 3. I'm not sure. 2 and 3, something like that. Okay. I don't think you need anything there. Maybe do this. I'm gonna, you know what? I gotta have to double check that in MLA format to see exactly. I don't know. They may not show line numbers. I'll try that for now. Okay, they don't. That's just something I want you to do because it makes it easier for me. It's not a bad idea. As opposed to being direct and specifying someone's infidelity, he uses the flea as an example to describe his experience and feelings in a different manner. Oh, is that what it's about? You know what? I don't think I realized that. I just thought it was really about a flea. Wow, I got to think about that. Maybe you're onto something. Okay. I like that. I kind of like that. Nice sentence, evocative sentence. But I want to come back to it too. Okay. Although metaphors may be difficult at times, when they are understood, they can have beautiful meaning and be very pleasurable and entertaining for the reader. Margaret Atwood's "You Fit Into Me" is a good example example of the pleasure factor. What we got to see? Of the example of the pleasure factor regarding a few emotions. I don't know, of the fact of how emotions create pleasure, how metaphors create emotions and thus pleasure in the reader. There's something more there. There's a lot going on there that maybe needs to be worked out a little more carefully. The title sounds so sweet, but the words actually say that they fit together like a fish hook in the eyes. I like that. It's an important point too. You know, it's like what is the title? Why don't you tell me what the title is? You fit into me. Oh, probably because it just said that. Oh, it does. Yeah, so I should know that. Okay. But what I did want to say is that's nice. I want to say that's a nice sentence. Uh, though, again, um, it needs, you want to work on your pronouns, but who's they? They fit together. Use the speaker and say the speaker and then the addressee, I guess, is the person that's being spoken to, so that the speaker and his beloved fit together, something like that, rather than they, because we don't know who they is until you tell us. This can portray anger, sadness, contempt, and even be a tad funny, considering that's a nice line too, and considering the irony and sarcasm. Okay, yeah, that's another good line. I'm looking for good lines because that's the first thing you want to do. So nice line. Yeah. Okay, I made a mess of that, but okay, I'm going to keep moving now. The prior something. While Atwood's poem shows the entertainment, I don't know about the prior, the former, but I would just say while Atwood's poem shows entertainment, while Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Emily Dickinson shows more emotion-filled side of them. What's that? Poems or metaphors? So again, watch out for these pronouns. In this poem, Dickinson says, because I could not stop for death, he kind of stopped for me. Oh, what I wanted to say you want to do is you want to put slashes in between the lines of a poem. So, and I've got a thing on how to quote poetry in there, so make sure you look at that. Where the heck is that Dickinson poem? Oh, yeah. So because I could not stop for death. So right here, you want to put a slash. Also, you want to imitate the punctuation and add Dickinson's dash. If you look, you'll see that Dickinson uses a dash. So you want to follow the orthography and in other words, the punctuation and orthography of the poem as much as possible. But you want to put a slash to show the line ending, is what I want to say. So when you do that, put slashes in to show the line endings. A forward slash. Here she is showing that she may have wanted to die, but it was not her time and death stopped for her. I don't think, well, I look at it differently, but I'm glad to see that, wow, that's a different interpretation. Okay. And I'm going to come back to that as a claim. I want to see if she can support that claim. Let's see. Darn it. No, cancel. Let me try that. How do I get this thing to go like, it's kind of funky, isn't it? I don't know. I'll do it that way. Okay, it's kind of crazy. Oh, I think I'm getting it. Anyway, I'll put a claim here. I'll come back to that. So save. This shows the pleasure of poetry because it's a way for the authors to portray their feelings as well as for the audience to experience it with them. Metaphors have the ability to move us emotionally and amuse us in so many different fashions. Using the poems as examples, the authors do some amazing things with metaphors to really get their points across. In The Flea, the author uses a lot of very powerful metaphors and language that really makes the reader feel for him, and we can clearly see his emotions coming through the words. For example, though use make you apt to kill me, let not to that self-murder added be, and sacrilege, 3 sins in killing 3. The author here is saying that the flea's sin will basically be his death, though he feels as if the flea has killed them all. We Fit Together was able to amuse us as it arouses a laugh when you understand what the author is insinuating. What is the author insinuating exactly? And the title sounds so encouraging, but then he says a fish hook in the eye, which does not sound pleasant at all. Due to its sarcastic and snarky nature, it seems as if he's going to be about love, but it's showing how they are polar opposites. What is this paragraph about? I guess, okay, emotionally and amuse us. Okay. Sigmund Freud's dream theories were also found in poetry and helped aid in the understanding of the author's underlying meanings. In the poem Picture by Robert Francis, an example of condensation was found because the obvious manifest message and the deeper latent message mixed. The manifest is the pitcher communicating with the batter, while the latent is potentially his confusion and inability to aim at the right targets. Whose confusion? The batters or the pitchers? Again, watch those pronouns. So what is revealed to us is what the condensation concept is, which is he is not succeeding in both his life and as a baseball pitcher. Okay, yes. So we combine those two ideas in one word. Also in Word by Steven Spinder, an example of both Freud's latent and manifest ideas were found. The manifest piece of this poem is the metaphor that words bite like a fish, and either you can let them go like you would release a fish or keep them inside of you like you may keep the fish. Oh, and that means the latent piece is that someone hurt him by saying something cruel to him, and it really stung and has stayed with him and continued to affect him. Is that what that poem's about? Wow, I don't know. What do I think about that? Okay, in our discussion board for Metaphor and 3 Poems, we were discussing Merwin's poem Separation. Oh, where is that? Crystal Vasquez. Good, she quoted that. Where is that? Here it is. Or where is that? It would help if, which one's Merwin's? Oh, yeah, Separation. Where did that go? Crystal Vasquez claimed that I believe Merwin's metaphor signifies passage, such as moving on, since the thread goes from one end of the needle to the other. However, since it can be difficult for a thread to go through the tiny needle hole, this passage can also be interpreted as a difficult one. Perhaps moving on from a difficult relationship. I think her claim is a grand testament to how poetry and the use of metaphors can be so beautiful due to its number of interpretations, but also difficult to find true meaning. That sentence needs some work. I'm not sure the very end of it works with the beginning of it. I had a different interpretation of Merwin's phrase. Oh, nice. I like that she first explained Crystal's position, and now she's going to explain her own. I relayed this opinion in my discussion board post. Nice, now she's quoting herself. Merwin's ending to this phrase insinuates that the person's absence stays with him wherever he goes, as he is deeply saddened by it, and it affects all that he does. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit more with Bailey there rather than Crystal. That's kind of how I see it. Though, what's funny is you don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, that her absence affects everything that he does in a good way or a bad way. I'm not sure. I kind of look like he misses the person, but nonetheless, that everything that he does has some element, has that color, of her there in it. The author also mentions a thread being woven. I felt this meant that her memory is something that will stick with him always and be a part of all that he does. And Crystal believed that this meant the passage of separation was very difficult. Just so many ways poetry metaphors can be interpreted. Yeah, but I want to argue back, because that's true, but you want to kind of work all the parts of the metaphor out to see if your theory really works with it. Like, what is the needle? What's the thread? Sometimes you can go too far with that, but you might push it a little bit. With the use of these poetic examples and various interpretations of them, the depth of poetry and the use of its metaphors is clear. They add so much to a poem. They're a source of entertainment. They make the readers really think. They invoke a wide range of emotions, create some difficulty in understanding at times. But overall, they make a work of literature extremely interesting to read. All right, great. Where's my thing to turn this off with? I hope it's still on. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be back. That took a long time.